What's going on, everybody? It's Triton117 back again with another video. I'm a Twitch streamer, I'm a YouTuber, and today, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm just going to be talking for I don't know how long about how to negotiate a car the smart way, and it's going to just be very general about 4 different boxes that I'm going to talk about of what a car salesman basically tries to manipulate to try and get you to pay the most amount of money. So 2 quick things before I start. One, yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as my past video. I'm making this video the same day. Don't judge. I shower. I swear to God. But, guys, I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting. Like I said in my previous video, I'm getting a bump in subscribers. It's my dog. Getting a bump in subscribers. I'm getting a lot of watch time, and I really appreciate that, guys. All that I ask is that you guys just watch this video all the way through. This is actually going to be a very, very informative and useful video, I think. So watch time, the length that you watch means more than the amount of views that I get. So guys, all I ask is that you please just subscribe and just watch this thing all the way through. I'm going to make it as entertaining for you guys as possible, or as informative as possible in this case. So like I said, yeah guys, I just really appreciate that. And second, I just want to say I'm having so much fun making all these YouTube videos. As you guys can see, you know, from videos earlier in my channel, I got a brand new 2020 Dodge Charger, and you guys have seen the journey, I guess, so far, and I just want to, while it's all fresh in my mind, I want to give you guys all the information that I got from doing about eight months of research, and I learned so much, and I just want to make sure that there's a lot of misconceptions and just wrong information out there, and honestly, I feel like I really did it the right way, because I saved, I think my last video or 2 videos before, I saved over $10,000 off of the MSRP, like total price of the car, off this muscle car. So I got a fully loaded brand new car, and I saved more than $10,000 off sticker price. So anyway, guys, stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. I talk with my hands a lot, sorry, I just noticed, but thank you guys so much. I'm having so much fun, smiling, it's a good time. Happy vibes, happy times. Let's get started with the video. Alright, y'all, so I'm just going to sit on my couch and just talk to you guys. So basically, there are 4 different ideas or 4 different boxes that they actually straight up give to you when you go to a dealership. So I'm a very visual person. So one, you have your trade-in. That is like consequential. Like if you bring in a trade-in, you have that. Then you have your down payment. Then you have your monthly payment, and then you have your credit. Okay, so let's just, from where I am, this is where I'm going to start. So my trade-in, I had a 2017 Ford Fiesta, and I had negative equity, which means the amount that they gave me, I'll just tell you guys, it was about $4,000, $4,500. Like, that's not one number. Like, it was $4,000 or $4,500. I can't remember, because I literally went to like 30 different dealerships and CarMax, trying to get just a general like range of how much they were going to give me for the car. So anyway, with the trade-in, I'm going to make a separate video for that on how to negotiate that, but basically just go to CarMax, number 1, and go to as many dealerships in your area or even in your state and try and get about $1,000, $1,500 of a range of how much they're giving you. For mine, I got as low as $3,500 and as high as about $4,800. So I knew that as long as I was $4,500, $4,200 and up, I was on, you know, the better end. So that's the part with the trade-in. I'm gonna make a different video about that just because it's really in depth, because like I've said before, I think in one of my first videos, cars are depreciating assets. Dude, my dog is so crazy. They're depreciating assets, which means it's like a towel or a toothbrush, right? When you buy it, it costs something, but the more you use it, no one's gonna buy a used toothbrush. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with the car. The more miles you're putting on it, the wear and tear. I mean, it just costs less and less. So that's something that you have to consider. So, and I actually want to tag that on with why buy a brand new car, right? They're depreciating assets, why buy it? Well, if you can negotiate it super low, I mean to dirt cheap, that's how I got my car with every single feature. If I were to go in and trade in my car right now, they're going to give me more than how much is left on it. Does that make sense? So my car is worth more. Even, you know, they say, you know, you drive off the lot and it loses money. Yeah, that's true. But if I negotiated it super low, like I said, over $10,000, I promise you, if I were to take it into a dealership with what the 2,000 miles it has on there right now, I probably will be in a surplus. Like they'll probably give me more than how much I owe on my loan. So, like I said, I mean, I think if you guys listen to the bunch of information I'm gonna throw at you, anybody can buy a new car, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're depreciating assets, but anybody can buy one if you can get it low enough and you know the information on what to do. So anyway, that's my little 2 cents on that idea. So there's a trade-in, okay? I forgot what I put up here. The next one I'm going to talk about is down payment. So the way that I did it is I'm actually going to have a story time about this. I drove 400 miles because I saw a really good deal that I wanted to take advantage of. I get there, I start negotiating the car. I honestly talk circles around this salesman, and basically I didn't talk about and this is where he messed up. I didn't talk about down payment at all. So we're negotiating the car, we're getting this, I'm like, no man, that's too much. I saw online that, because he was trying to offer me more than what was online, I was like, no dude, I saw that this price was the online price, and you know, incorporating, and I told him out the door I want to be at 30,000, and he's like, okay, I think we can make that happen. He comes to me with 31. I was like, no man, 30,000 or not. He brings in his manager and he says, look man, without a down payment, I don't think we're going to be able to make that 3,000 happen. And I was like, or the 30,000, and I was like, okay. And see, I was already ready to put down a substantial amount of money because that's just what I saved up for. I was fortunate enough to be able to save some money to be able to do that. And he didn't know that I was going to do that. So he was trying to get me to downgrade to a different car. He's like, look, man, without, you know, a couple thousand, you're not going to be able to make this happen. And I was like, okay, well, how much are we talking? And, you know, he gives me a number, and I was like, okay, I can do that. And so he's like, oh, okay. And so he leaves, and he brings back the salesman. They came, and he was like, oh, like, I don't think we can do this anymore. Actually, it's going to be 32,000 out the door, and that's it. And I was like, why? And the thing is, it's because I negotiated a price without down payment, and once they realized I could put a down payment on, they weren't ready for that, because what they do is they try to get the total price of the car around, like, there's like a $2,000 gap that they try to stay in between, so they make money off of you. What I did in that instance is I didn't talk about down payment until the end. I slapped a down payment on them, and they're like, oh crap, like, we weren't expecting that. Like, we wanted to stay in this range because the higher the loan, it, you know, messes with interest rates and all of this stuff. And so when I slapped that on him, he was like, he brought in his manager, and he was like, no man, sorry, like 32,000 out the door, that's it. Sorry guys, the angle probably readjusted a little bit. It's actually because I stopped recording and I was already editing, and I realized I didn't add in this important idea. So the reason why I say you give them an out the door price is because you put the pressure on them to make the decision, basically just make the deal happen. So that's how I was able to get my brand new car. It's because I told him, you know, this is the price, what can you do? And they do all the math, and they're like, okay, we're cool with that price, right? But what this guy did, you know, when I drove 400 miles, it's weird because I'm adding this in after I stopped recording. Anyway, where I left off, manager, and he was like, no man, sorry, like 32,000 out the door, that's it. And I was like, hell no. So I drove 400 miles back home, and I got a brand new car somewhere else, and no worries. So anyway, that's my advice with the down payment. Don't talk about down payment, because they're going to incorporate that in the final price, and all they're going to do is just manipulate it, and they're going to screw you, right? If you were going to get 32,000, and basically what I described, I was able to get way lower once I whipped in a down payment, and they weren't expecting that. They wanted to stay at a higher range. So anyway, guys, there's that. Credit score, okay? I am going to make a separate video about your credit score. Well, okay, so monthly payments and credit score go hand in hand. One, do never talk about their monthly payment, because that's going to be I promise you, it's going to be the first question that they ask you. What monthly payment do you want to stay around? And the thing is, if you tell them, let's say if I told them $450, and they're like, okay, sweet. What they're going to do is they're going to try and get the cheapest car possible, and they're going to try and upsell you, or they're going to try and manipulate the price and make it, let's say if I were to get that car and I didn't tell him my payment, I mean, let's say it was like a bare bone Dodge Charger, like nothing on it, an SXT, like bottom of the bottom. And I liked the car. I wasn't, like, let's say I wasn't knowledgeable about the car or whatever, I probably would have said, yeah, sure, like, yeah, I'll take that. And he's like, okay, sweet, that car for $450. And that's actually what happened in January. I talked about that in one of my other videos. That almost happened to me. I almost got stuck with a $450 down payment because it was on the showroom floor, but it was a bare bones, just no features on it. And I do not pay $450 right now. I pay way less than $450. And the thing is, I could have gotten stuck with that if I told him a monthly payment in the beginning, because what they also can do is, if they don't manipulate the price of the car, the way that they can also make money off of you is through interest rates. Let's say, you know, you send in your credit score and you get approved for 4%. Well, if that 4% interest rate incorporated with your loan is like a $430 monthly payment, what they do is, since you agreed to $450, they're gonna even though you got approved for, let's say, 4% in this case, they're going to raise it to 5 or 6%, so the monthly payment goes up to $450. And that 2% gap is how they make money off of you 2 times. They make money off of you because you're always going to pay more in a car than how much they actually paid for it. They're going to make money off of you just from buying the car, and they're going to make money off of how much over that interest rate gap that I was talking about. So never talk about a monthly payment, because they can't even decide that. It's the bank that decides the monthly payment, because the dealership they check your credit, but they check your credit once they send it to a bank. The dealership has no control over the monthly payment. It's all the bank. It's simple math, right? You have whatever, a loan, and then you have an interest rate. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but like you have a smaller idea, and that interest rate combined with the loan is your monthly payment from how many, 72 months, 60 months, whatever it is. It's just straight up math. But if you give them the power to manipulate the monthly payment, you already lost. You're paying more for the car than you really should have, than you should be. You know what I mean? So anyway, trade-in, down payment, and like I said, monthly payment and credit go hand in hand. If you don't have a good credit, make the smart decision. Work on your credit for a year, 2, 3 years, and I'm going to make another video about how to improve your credit. But if you don't have a good credit score, and I'm talking like high 600, 700, 750, if you don't have it, guys, I'm just going to say, because I'm all about making smart decisions, and I am a financial advisor, so I do not advise, if you don't have a good credit score, just wait a little bit. There's nothing wrong with some patience, okay? So I'm like in the middle of a burp. I don't know, that face was kind of ugly. Don't screenshot it. Anyway, guys, so that's my advice for buying a car. I cannot believe that I just talked for 10 straight minutes, but I'm going to try and do as little editing as possible. And anyway, guys, this is a really, really informative video. I just talked a lot. I'm going to make other videos when I get better at YouTube and I figure out this thing a little bit more. I'm probably going to make another video like this a couple months down the road, maybe a year down the road, because I'm not going to stop. This is too much fun and I'm having a really good time doing this. So anyway, guys, if you made it this far, thank you guys so much. You're probably a master negotiator, way more than 80% of the population. So guys, share this video. This video really, really can help save a life. It'll help someone going in debt or going into debt if buying a new car. Guys, I'm telling you, if you guys have any questions, comment down below, ask a question. I'm going to reply to all the comments. Share this video, help save a life. It's a really, really informative video, and I think even just this generalized, the way that I talk, just kind of general, I really, really think just that knowledge on its own is really, really helpful. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching this far. Share the video, and take it easy, guys.